Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Dallas Cowboys kick off training camp in Oxnard. The Dallas Cowboys have arrived in Oxnard, California for training camp. They're preparing for a season with a few changes. New coach Brian Schottenheimer. The biggest change for the Cowboys this season is new head coach Brian Schottenheimer. Fans are hoping he can turn the team around after a 7-10 finish last season. And they say winning the Super Bowl is the expectation. The last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl was in 1996 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was their fifth Super Bowl win in franchise history. Training camp will give fans a chance to look at the offensive attack under the new coach. Schottenheimer will join team owner Jerry Jones on Monday afternoon for a news conference to kick off camp. Micah Parsons' new deal. All eyes are also on All-Pro linebacker Micah Parsons. Parsons is at camp with the team, but the Cowboys front office is still trying to work out a new deal for the defensive standout. And it's unclear if there has been any progress during the offseason. Reports suggest Parsons will sign a deal that would make him the highest-paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Parsons' teammates said they are confident a deal will be signed, sealed, and delivered. Left guard Tyler Smith said it's important for Parsons to be the field this upcoming season. "I mean, it's extremely important. I mean, he's a hell of a player, hell of a teammate. And he's going to be a key piece on the team. And that's each and every year he's been here, and especially more so now," Smith said. Cowboys eye defensive ends for training camp as Parsons' deal looms. The Dallas Cowboys have worked out defensive ends James Houston, Jesse Luketa, and Cameron Klein in an attempt to bolster the defensive line as the franchise prepares for training camp this week. These workouts come as the franchise continues to negotiate a contract with defensive end Micah Parsons, with no expectations that a deal will come in the near future. Parsons, regarded as one of the league's top defensive linemen, has not reached an agreement with Dallas as he enters the final year of his rookie contract, making his participation in training camp a question. Of the three players the Cowboys brought in for workouts, Houston brings the most notable production, highlighted by his 8-sack, 7-game rookie campaign with Detroit in 2022. Following that breakout, his career trajectory was disrupted by a significant leg injury, which limited him to just 2 games in 2023 before he spent time with both the Lions and Browns in 2024. Last season, Houston managed to collect just 1 sack and 8 total tackles across 8 appearances. Meanwhile, Luketa was a 7th-round pick for the Arizona Cardinals in 2022 and previously played alongside Parsons at Penn State, tallying 3 sacks, 35 tackles, and a forced fumble over 31 career games for the Cardinals. Klein was an undrafted free agent in 2024 and spent last season on the Buffalo Bills and New York Jets practice squads, making 1 game appearance for Buffalo last year after spending time with the Indianapolis Colts from 2020 to 2022. Although none of these players is likely to make a major impact for the Cowboys this season, any of the 3 could be invited to the team's training camp with the potential to make the regular season roster. Dallas has been working to negotiate an extension with Parsons throughout the offseason, with seemingly little progress made in recent months. Parsons recently opened up about these negotiations, saying he is trying to focus solely on himself. He explained that he will just work harder to prove his worth. Parsons added that he is not concerned about the contracts being given to other top defensive ends in the league because each situation is completely different. However, Dallas would be wise to sign Parsons quickly before more defensive ends, such as Trey Hendrickson of the Cincinnati Bengals, sign more deals and potentially increase his asking price. Recently, T.J. Watt and the Pittsburgh Steelers agreed to a 3-year, $123 million contract extension, with the expectation that Parsons' contract will slightly exceed this overall figure. While some may have concerns about the lack of progress being made on this deal, a lack of movement in negotiations has become quite common for the Cowboys. Last season, Dallas waited until the last minute to sign both wide receiver CeeDee Lamb and quarterback Dak Prescott to contract extensions, with negotiations for both players extending into training camp. The Cowboys eventually agreed to pay both players before the start of the regular season, though each extension was more expensive than it would have been if Dallas had acted sooner. The good news for Dallas is that Parsons is expected to be in attendance during training camp, as negotiations continue. However, it is unclear how much of the camp he will participate in to avoid risking an injury, according to NFL insider Jordan Schultz. Realistically, Dallas will follow a similar path with Parsons and sign him to an extension at some point during training camp that will make him one of the top-paid players in the entire NFL. Cowboys urged to sign projected $45 million cornerback with big play ability. If we're being real about it, cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. seems like just the type of player the Dallas Cowboys have made a mint off of in the past. Samuel is a high-upside, big-risk player who might just need a team to take a chance on him due to complicated injury issues. For the Cowboys and Samuel, it could be a mutually beneficial relationship if he's healthy because their top three cornerbacks are all coming off serious injuries in 2024 with Trayvon Diggs, ACL, Darren Bland, stress fracture, and Siobhan Revel, ACL. Spotrac had Samuel projected to receive a 4-year, $45.8 million contract in free agency in 2025, but after shoulder, neck surgery limited him to just 4 games in 2024. He's looking for a place to make a big impression. That could be the Cowboys, who could offer Samuel something in the range of a 1-year, $5 million offer that could escalate to $9 million with incentives. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox still has Samuel, the son of 2-time Super Bowl champion cornerback Asante Samuel, listed among the best NFL free agents still available. Los Angeles Chargers cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. remains one of the biggest wild cards of free agency, Davenport wrote on July 19. When healthy, though, Samuel has flashed both consistency and big play ability. Samuel allowed an opposing passer rating of 87.4 in limited action last year and has allowed an opposing passer rating under 100 in all 4 of his NFL campaigns. He also recorded 35 pass deflections and 6 interceptions in his first 3 seasons. Medicals will be a big factor for Samuel, but the 25-year-old carries a tremendous amount of upside. Would be a good signing. Give your opinion in the comments, like and subscribe to the channel. Bye.